Howdy, folks. So, a question that I got is effectively how can you evaluate the effectiveness of a supplement? Well, it turns out it can be really difficult. The first thing you want to do is really try to stick with a single ingredient or a single supplement at a time. So, a lot of your pre workout supplements and a number of even post workout supplements are a combination of a lot of different ingredients. So, we can have creatine, caffeine, beta alanine, glutamine, whatever fancy pixie dust herbal supplement now on the market is just put in there, and who even knows the dosage. So, all of those make it really complex. So stick with something very simple and try to make sure that you're dosing it appropriately for the size of your body and the effect you're looking to have. So once you've done that, now you should probably try to figure out, is this a supplement that has an effect that's seen after chronic use, or is this a supplement that has a effect that you see only acutely? So caffeine is an acute effect. Now, mind you, you do get desensitized to it. There's different levels of sensitivity. Some folks don't get as much out of it. Some folks get more. That's fine. But be mindful of how much you have to use, and you have to keep using more and more in order to have the same effect. That lets you know that this is one of those obviously acute supplements that can be useful in certain contexts, but we should probably abstain or only use it when it's necessary. So, for example, when it comes to caffeine, dosing that caffeine effectively on a higher level whenever we're doing incredibly hard, incredibly intense training to kind of help with bolstering our performances. But if we've got to do, 8 lines of pre-workout to get through our arm day, we probably just need to take a couple days off, take it easier on ourselves, and not just keep beating ourselves down. Now, on the other side, we can have something like creatine, where it's one of those that we see a chronic effect from the use. Yeah, you can do the loading phase and get a little bit more out of it quickly. So the key is you want to have an idea of the speed of progress you're making. And then when you start taking that supplement, do we increase the speed of that progress we're making? And if we stop using that supplement, do we go back to the previous level of progress, or do we flatline? Those are going to be some things that are giving us information. Now, what we need to have is something that we can quantify consistently that's going to show us those results. Now, if you're doing things like trying to track your body composition, that's where we can have your body weight, progress pictures, girth measurements, or a myriad of different ways we can test your body composition, or you can test it at home. And using that as an indicator of, okay, am I making progress or am I not making progress? Or is my progress, once again, speeding up compared to what it was doing previously? Now, on the other side, when we're looking at things like strength and power performance, like that can be relatively easy because we can just simply look at, can we put more weight on the bar? Can we do more repetitions at the same given percentage of, or same load? So anything that's going to indicate, once again, real progress. Now, when we get into more subjective things like feelings, so in desire to train, enthusiasm, quality of sleep, all of those can be pretty murky. But the key is you have to be tracking them for a long period of time. And then once again, have a good way to evaluate your trends. So in theory, whatever you're utilizing, now this doesn't necessarily need to be you're using supplementation, could be you're changing your diet. Perhaps you're trying to increase your protein. Perhaps you're trying to increase your carbohydrate intake. Perhaps you're trying to clean up your quote unquote food choices, trying to take in more healthier options. You're just wanting to link the progress you're making to the inputs. And you can try to discern how big of a difference really are these changes you're making really giving you. So I hope that helps explain it. If you guys have further questions, let me know. Otherwise, be safe out there. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.